down, man? It's your boy Young Knowledge, man. We locked in with Gumbo TV.
Oh. Knowledge in the fucking building. You hear me? Gumbo TV. What's down, man?
Oh, what up, what up?
Yeah, see, like I caught you at work, you know, like you busy, you know. I ain't interrupting or nothing, you know?
Nah, you not interrupting, man. We just in this bitch making history.
Right,
know?
right. Young Knowledge. Knowledge. Like, where did knowledge come from? Seeing that, you know, use that in life. You know, we use that word a lot in life, knowledge. And like, where did young knowledge come from? Like, let them know.
Man, like, pretty much, I created the name myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to go, but my rap name used to be Lil B. Everybody called me Lil B, and then I started YK Entertainment, and then like knowledge, like if I want to learn, I mix my own music, I do my own videos, I write my own music, so like if I want to learn something, I feel like I can learn it, you know?
So coming from, not to cut you off really, but coming from, because I ain't really get straight into like where you from to start, you know, coming into making a label, you start your own shit, cause that's, you know, how are you from? Like, let them know where you from.
I'm from Gretna, Jonestown.
Shouts out to you. West Side shit.
And West Side, you know, all around. And you know, pretty much I came up with a group called Double Up. And and it was me and a bunch of our partners. We started a group together, but I mean, like, and no slick dissing or nothing, but you know, some of them wasn't looking at music. They wanted to be inside rappers. Like, they didn't want to take the music to the next level like I wanted to go to the next level. So like, instead of just staying in that group and staying one person, I felt like as an artist, as a man, I'm just gonna move by myself. Like, I'm gonna like just branch off by myself and build my own brand and my own name, because I know I wanted to move forward, and sometimes we get calls for shows and you got 6 artists on one song and 2 artists don't show up because they got stage fright or something, and then now you just stuck in a jam.
What was the name of the label again you started?
The label that I started? YK Entertainment.
YK Entertainment, like, who are your artists that you consisted of? Like, you had artists on your roster, like you signed, you know, affiliated?
No, I really just did it by myself. It was just me. Like, I had a team, but everybody played a certain position, like manager, road manager, you know, just different. Everybody played their own position, but there was really no artist besides myself. I started the whole, you know what I'm saying?
The label itself.
Yeah, I started it myself. And
is it a still active label as we speak today? Is it still active?
Yeah. It's still active right now at this moment, and right now I'm just like still in the same boat, kind of focusing on myself, because I don't really have time to like put that time. Like, I believe in myself, so at the end of the day, I don't have time to really focus on nobody else but myself. But you know, I got other artists that I really fuck with, you know what I'm saying?
Me and affiliated with,
they're like, you know, and they got their own camp and they got their own thing.
So we're building that label, like, you know, from the start, you know, like you say, Young Knowledge, that's something different. How was it growing up with? Were you always called Young Knowledge? Like, was that always Lil B? Lil B.
Yeah, Lil B.
Going in the transition to Young Knowledge, how was it, like, you know? How did you take the transition? You see what I'm saying? To go from just the label, like you say, you're doing this, and you know, working with affiliates, and like, you know, you're working with certain. But how did you take the transition?
I actually took it real well, because I was able to, you know what I'm saying, just move on my own. I didn't have to have nobody tell me, you can't do this, you can't go here, you can't do this show, and all of this. I was able to really just focus on myself, and whatever I wanted to do, I could push and go forward with it.
You feel like being from Gretna, Louisiana is kind of tough with, you know, dealing with churches, like being from Gretna?
Oh yeah.
I'm just, you know,
I can tell you the toughest thing about Gretna right now is the police. that was the most scariest part of growing up in Gretna. Like, just the police in general, you know.
With that aside of making music and doing all of that, right?
Yeah, definitely, because they didn't like the fact that we were doing rap music.
Right. So with Lil B, you're in a Young Knowledge transition, like you said, you took it well.
Yes.
What was your next step to really get? Maybe say just a YouTube channel started or something like that. Like they started a social media site. What was your next steps into doing that? Because of your timeline, you know, you was in mixtape circuit days. Right. Some people really don't give props to and shit like that. You was in mixtape circuit days. So within the transition, how did you, you know, come about with all of that?
Pretty much, you know, I got with this dude. I've been friends with him since I was a kid. He's actually locked up right now. He goes by the name of Milai. And he's very, very smart when it comes to like managing and marketing and stuff. And he was like, look, we're gonna start your YouTube channel, and we're gonna get you through ASCAP and you know, everything legit, and we're gonna
publishing and all of that paperwork
and everything like that. So we started, and he started off as my manager with YK Entertainment, and we kind of started it together, me and him. You know, it was my label, it was my idea, but I brought him as one of my best friends that I knew I didn't have to worry about him taking from me. I didn't have to worry about him looking for anything bad to happen to me. He just wanted the best for me as an artist. So I took him seriously when it came to that position, and I let him call those shots. You know what I'm saying? And he handled all my ASCAP, my YouTube channel, my social media, my Instagram. And then I went from that to running into Baby Boy the Prince in the studio, and that's whenever my career pretty much kind of started taking off a little.
Baby Boy the Prince. Once at that time, it wasn't like Baby Boy. He was signed to Take 4, and I think, well, it wasn't Take 4. It was the Extreme ENT one.
He was with Extreme.
Extreme ENT. All right.
Yeah.
See, I do know my history on this shit. I do my history on Extreme ENT.
I see that.
So with dealing with artists like Baby Boy, you know, as they say, like, you know, facts are shown. They put my dude. Shouts out to you too, Paulie, bitch. They put my dude in the category with, at least, you know, as they say, one hit wonders and shit like this and this and like that. How do you take going from the transition from Lil B to Young Knowledge, them recognizing who you are, being from Gretna and working with artists like Baby Boy? Because what they don't realize, that's a platinum artist regardless.
Right, exactly.
Like, how does it, like, that's in your catalog. You have platinum.
I've been in his house and I've seen his platinum plaques. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really.
Right. How did you take it though? Like, how did you take being around it?
I took it actually real well, because like, he's a regular person like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not one of them people that, I'm not gonna force an artist to, whether they're bigger than me or smaller than me, to fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely not one of them people that's gonna get like starstruck, like, oh, this is a big artist, and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be humble about my situation at all times, because that's the key to success. You know what I'm saying? If you get too big-headed, that's how motherfuckers get killed.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay in my lane and stay humble and focused at all times.
So yeah, you're right about that, and you gotta be like that sometimes. And working like real life, working around Baby Boy and Extreme ENT. Like, did you get to work with other artists that were signed to Extreme? But they had some artists on that label.
No, I only work with Baby Boy.
What?
I've met a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've met
crazy.
A lot. Like, I didn't really meet too many Extreme artists, but I
had a couple of them.
Yeah, but I've met a lot of artists through Baby Boy. Like, I've met Turk through Baby Boy. I've met Lil Chucky and Lil Twist through Baby Boy. I've met Soulja Boy through Baby Boy. I've met Nick Cannon. I've opened up for Nick Cannon Harris Casino.
This man, so he put you in, you know.
Oh yeah, he put me. I was supposed to be on the Wild 'N Out show, but we wound up having some like some.
Oh, meaning around the time when you went to the Wild 'N Out show, like around that time?
No, this was after that. He was supposed to do another episode with them.
Yeah.
And we went and opened up for Nick Cannon at Harris Casino.
I remember that.
And Nick Cannon was like, man, this dude's funny because like I'm, you know, he liked my music and he thought, you know, I was a cool person to hang around. So he was like, I need him on the show. But shortly after that, me and Baby Boy's time together ended. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so if you think about it, with saying it now, how wild and out it is, you know, they got battle rappers and comedians and shit. So Nick, shouts out to you. Nick, he been scheming on this shit, plotting this shit. He been plotting this shit, you hear me? Shouts out to him, you hear me? So with like, you know, being around all of the names you just named, like that's some names. How did you maintain that, like, you know? What, like, I ain't gonna say was you going out there promoting just the fact of you being around these people. Was it the fact of the matter that, was it genuine, grateful, all in, or just?
Oh man, it was like, grateful. Like,
how did you take it?
Like, every one of these artists, they always gave me a different lesson. You know what I'm saying? To kind of learn and like a little part of the game. So it was like I got to learn a little bit of the game from this one, then a little bit from that one. So to me, and then they all loved my music. Everyone I ever played it for, that's what always kept faith in myself, and I knew I gotta be doing something right, because like if you around these mainstream artists, these, like you said, they got platinum plaques, you know what I'm saying? And they picked you to do this. I didn't pick them, they picked me. So I just look at it like it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a blessing, a lesson.
Blessing meaning this, regardless of the fact that you walking even in Parley House, Baby Boy, her crib or whatever, and seeing these plaques, you can actually see these plaques at Universal and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like they have a plaque, like they can pull a platinum plaque out from Baby Boy.
Yeah, he's got the ringtone.
Yeah, shit, that one for Showtime. You I saw that. I saw that one in Melvin office. You remember? Shouts out to your boss hogging your teeth. I saw that in Melvin office. That was big.
He's got the plaque for the ringtones. You know when you used to buy the ringtones.
Boost Move.
But his songs that he hasn't even released yet, and it's because of like, you know, certain things that he's going through or whatever. But and those songs are bangers compared to This Is the Way I Live and what's the other one he's got? The one.
Shit, that boy. Let me tell you, that whole Across the Water album rule.
Oh yeah.
What? That's a classic.
That is a classic. Man,
look, I get what you're saying and meaning when you met Nick Cannon, and it gave off the vibe of you being funny. If you listen to the Baby Boy album, oh my God, you would have thought he was a comedian.
Right.
Good job, rolling the deck. Oh man, he was cut up.
Dude, he had all kind of stuff on there.
Right.
Like
even made a slogan about Mariah.
He's got a song actually right now called Dance Floor that I was like, I've heard when we was, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, Paul is still making music? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he's still making music. He's got all kinds of stuff going on right now. He got food.
Well, I know the food. I know that for sure, but I didn't know the music side. I thought he was, you know, he still have his little live concerts, you know, on Instagram. You know, shouts out to you.
Yeah,
you know?
Man, shouts out to you.
So would you say certain, not gonna say mostly him, Baby Boy, but would you say certain situations like that put you in certain situations to do certain things?
Yeah, it pretty much did, because like.
What did it help, really? Like, what did it help?
It helped my confidence for one, because I got to go around artists that were just, you know what I'm saying, like these Turk, and you know he was a part of the Hot Boys, man. I mean, like that was my favorite Hot Boy, and I got to sit down.
Turk?
Yeah, that was my favorite Hot Boy.
What's up?
And like since I was a kid.
Not saying it like dissing them, but it's Turk, because let me tell you something. When you get Hot Boy, when you get Hot Boy. When you get Hot Boy,
Wayne or the
you get Pop BGs or the Juvies. You don't get no Turk.
Right. You don't really think.
Shouts out to you.
The Turk had his own
Turk was a big, like before I was even rapping, like I used to get your roll on. Like I'm listening to all the Cash Money and Hot Boy shit, and I'm just like, I won't be like them, like, but Turk.
Right, but real life, who didn't want to be like Cash Money? Who didn't want to be Cash Money? No limit.
Especially if you're from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? If you're from this side, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're from this side.
That west side. Right.
Yeah.
Then because I was just spoken in the interview with Mont, Al Mont, you know, Heartfelt Empire.
Yes.
he said it himself. The West Side, meaning the West Bank of New Orleans, they have more industry-ready artists. Like he said it. He said they have more industry-ready artists. Right. Meaning like, well, you can't deny it. You see what I'm saying? You can't. It's just shit you can't deny.
Right. And you can't.
Right.
Really.
Because like I spoke to him, and I'm gonna stress this. We have one guy that doesn't get. Like I watched the whole. Understand the fact that it was Hip Hop Evolution, you know, probably New Orleans or whatever shit like that. But I literally watched them not mention Tim Smooth one time.
Right.
Not one time did they mention Tim Smooth. And I was like, what the f? That's crazy, like.
Yeah, it is crazy, man. Like,
so how really, like, within your transition, like, within the transition, how you feel about that? Because at the end of the day, they don't realize who actually gave and laid platforms for certain people to do the shit that they're doing. Right. Especially in this state, in Louisiana.
I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, everybody deserves their credit at the end of the day. No matter who you are and what you do, like, if you do something that's helping everybody in that environment, then you deserve your credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just facts, that's law, like that's respect, and respect goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, really, you know, everybody deserves their credit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of fucked up if you don't give it to them.
Yeah, like all of that dead and gone shit, and then you posting them in the eye. I don't feel all of that. Like I don't feel all of that. You know what I'm saying? With your transition side of music, like how did you like the transition?
Man, I really loved it.
You know, really like going from what they won't bring up no more, that piff, live mixtapes, shit like that. You know, all of that.
Right.
Mixtape, being on the mixtape circuit again, like that's big.
My
you know?
first big mixtape was called West Side Volume 1, and that was like on CDs. Like you had to get the backpack team and get in the streets and really rumble with them fucking mixtapes and sell them. You know what I'm saying? And mine was done legit.
Meaning the reason why I'm asking you that is I'm asking you that is because with the groundwork, being a part of mixtape days, you had the CDs, the duplicates, and all of that, right?
Right.
I really witnessed folks go get 500 CDs and sell them $1 a piece. Sometimes $1 a piece.
Well, I sold them $5 a piece.
Not even just the $5. Like when I saw $1, I said, what's the strategy? I had to see what the strategy was. He said, think about it. If I sell 500 of these at $1, that's $500.
Right.
What's $1?
All right. I was like, that's some good numbers.
Like I had my little team, and it's like, look, boom, we got 500 discs. We got 3 weeks to get rid of these. We get rid of them. Then we go order 500 more. Now we back in the streets, getting rid of them. But I like that grind better than now you got internet. But internet, you can't really interact with your fans personally, like face to face. You reacting with these people in the streets, you handing them your CD. So they get to meet you, or they get to meet somebody that's part of your camp. And they get to learn about you and talk to you and vibe with you and see the person that you really are behind your music. You know what I'm saying? So like, that makes them become more of a fan of you, I would think. You know what I'm saying? Other than you just on Facebook or Instagram and you just posting and all they see is the Instagram you or the Facebook you, and they can really only
shit
judge
that ain't genuine at all, really.
You know what I'm saying? Because you only on the cover of a social media, so they judging a book by its cover of what you look like, and they don't really know you personally. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never got the chance to meet you or sit down with you and conversate. But when you was in the streets hustling in them CDs, these people, I had police buy my CD just off of me hustling, talking to them.
We just came back from Mississippi. The police was pulling somebody over on the side. We was up to this, and we was in town promoting our music, and you know, like we all got any CDs, flyers, or whatever. You know, he put the QR code on the thing and bought the song on site. You know, for artists I was with, that was ill. You know.
Yeah, you know, that's what
it's nothing like groundwork.
Right, exactly. Groundwork is so much. I think the fan base is a lot stronger with the groundwork. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it's at.
You get to keep them a fan.
Right.
They gonna always remember that time that they met you and bought that CD.
Because within this transition, I don't think people understand and know really the code of it is groundwork. You don't get no real money out this industry through selling records and shit no more. Reason why everybody got these certain singles they like. They can't just put out albums and you just buy the album no more.
Right.
You can download the single, you can stream a single, you can post a single, share a single, shit like that, right? Back in the G, you had to buy the album.
Right.
It's nothing like that old groundwork promotion where like if you buy, you get all this for $5.
Right.
Sounds like you see what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like that.
I would be walking down Canal going to Liz to buy a hat or just doing something, and people would notice me and stop and take pictures with me because I've interacted with them people before. They seen me at a show. They seen me selling my CDs, so they remember me, and then they heard my CD or they saw my performance, and then they became a fan of me. So now when they see me in the streets, they're like, bro, let me get a pic, and snapping up pictures. I see people all the time that are on Facebook or Instagram that I never met, but they're not about to approach me because they, you know what I'm saying, they didn't build that relationship with me. They probably think don't approach him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what they think of me.
Right.
I don't know really what they think about me, but
saying that, not to go backwards, but your first mixtape, West Side, right?
Yeah.
Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Did you work with any certain producers on that tape? Or was it just really a mixtape?
Actually, my producer that produced that mixtape and always been my producer, he passed away a few years back. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to him, rest in peace, NYK Productions. You know, he had muscular dystrophy. And, I really grew up with him young. He's opened up for Wayne, and he's done a lot of things, and he was in a wheelchair. He didn't even have, he had muscular dystrophy, so he was stuck in a wheelchair his whole life. But he was a genius when it came to mixing and mastering.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking that is because, coming into the transition now, I feel like a lot of artists should not focus on so much making mixtapes,
Right.
Because this is how I feel. If you're going to drop a mixtape, drop it on mixtape circuits.
Right.
Don't drop a nationwide, don't stream it, distribute it like that.
That's why all I've been focusing on.
Like, you have to know your content. Like, if you go, original material gets put, make sure you put that out there like that.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
International and nationwide is two different things. See what I'm saying? So.
But yeah, he produced all my records and he produced that mixtape, and then I've learned from him. So when he passed away, that's why it goes back to the knowledge thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to learn to mix and master my own music because I didn't want to have to go to nobody, want to go to somebody else to do it. I'd rather just learn it and do it on my own and depend on myself because I know I'm going to get it done. If I want it done, I'm going to get it done. I don't have to go pay this one, worry about how long it's going to take them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I want to do a song right now in the studio.
Saying that, how do you handle the social media with doing that? Because I get it from a lot of artists. Like, they be hitting mixers up and engineers, and they've been done their projects and they ready to send all this shit off to get their shit ready, to get it pregnant, all of this material, shit like that, but they can never get it back. So we'll transition again. How do you deal with the internet part?
The internet part to me is like really ridiculous. My album supposed to drop today, right now as we speaking, and I'm going through a problem with United Masters right now. Waiting on them to send me.
The ones that everybody co-signing right now. You know what I'm saying?
But if I would have been dependent on myself to print them CDs up and get in the streets and grind with it, it'd be different. But that's not. You gotta adapt to nowadays. Like, nowadays, that's not the way. That people don't even have CD players in their cars no more. Everything's Bluetooth. So everything's downloaded to your phone and play it in your car when you get in.
Either through also Bluetooth.
Exactly. So you have to go through these these media sites. You have to, like.
Album Toxic. It was supposed to drop, as you said.
Oh no, that one dropped.
It dropped. Seeing that you had your issues with United Masters and all that. What does everybody like? Let them know, like, what does this album consist of? Like, what would they get out of it?
Well, it's called Toxic for a reason.
Wait! I'm so sorry. Before that, not so much early music, but 2020 at least. Saying that we're in 2021. The last quarter, see maybe say the last 2 quarters within that 6-month period. Did you drop any music? Like
I dropped the album.
Oh, you dropped another album. So this is another album come to
No, I dropped Toxic and I dropped let's say maybe like 4 or 5 videos.
In 2020?
Yeah, in 2020.
Oh, so this album is you're still promoting this album as active in 2020.
Yeah,
I got that's great. That's good promotion.
But then now I got the new album that was supposed to drop today, which is Heartbreak.
Yeah.
And but Toxic was I was going through a lot of things relationship wise and learning like friend wise, like trusting and putting too many friends on and seeing that they'll slick side hit up your wife or slick side talk behind your
back. The world as is. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So like I had to Toxic was like all about that learning process, like just relationship and like I was actually in the relationship at the time, and to me it felt toxic, and that's why I called it Toxic, because a lot of songs was based off of all the little breakups you go through here and there through that relationship, you know what I'm saying? And then also relationships with friends where you find out that they're really this type of person.
Gotcha.
They're that type of person, so y'all fall apart and branch away, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Toxic to me is one of the best albums I ever came out with, hands down.
They have a slogan in one of your songs that I like, and it is you speaking on your family, your mother, your girl, and your kids. Can you please re-incite to the world what the exact words you said?
You talking about is it?
Can you please incite those exact words? Cause I felt that pain when you said that.
I said the exact words to that was, is it safe to say that love really hurts? Is it safe to say I grew up from the dirt? Is it safe to say I really love my mama and my kids and my girl, but I never put them first? You know what I'm saying? And that's
talking about that, never putting them first, like that was some hard shit to say in music.
Yeah.
Shit shit like that that's looked over,
Right.
Because all they pay attention to the other shit.
A lot of my music is personal, because music is therapy to me, you know what I'm saying? So when I go through a situation in life, and instead of reacting negative in real life and causing myself to either go to jail or do something stupid, I go straight into the lab. And I feel like when I talk about that situation, what I'm going through at that time and moment, I make a song about it, I get it out to the people, I get feedback from it. So it's like a therapist. It's like I got it off my chest what I had to say.
Right.
I got reaction from people, man. It's dope, bro, man. This changed my life. This helped me in this situation, you know what I'm saying? And it feels good to know that I can help other people off of my music, and it gets the situation off of my chest, because everybody that heard it, I felt like I got to tell them people personally about that situation, just because they heard the song. You know what I'm saying? So
what you saying that's real shit, like it's real life music, it's real life shit.
Even the video in that song was so real, because I went through a breakup and I
saw the background of the video. It had boxes and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I was really in there packing up. Like, me and my girl split, and I literally I fell asleep. And I was in the middle of packing. I had like a couple of weeks to be out my house. And I fell asleep. And I've had dreams before where I would dream that I made this hit song and it became big and went viral and I was this big artist. But anytime I ever woke up from that dream, I can never remember the name of the song that I did. It was like, but it felt so real. Well, this one, I fell asleep, and when I woke up, I remember the name, and it was called Is It? Wow. And I kept remembering, I was saying, is it safe to say? Is it safe to say? So I immediately at like 3 o'clock in the morning woke up from a dream and went and recorded that song in the studio and just smashed it. And the next day my partner was like, bro, we have to go shoot this video now. While we got the raw shit in the background, you literally packing up from this situation right now. Y'all really split.
Shouts out to him. He has a vision. Yeah, that's a nice vision and look on things.
Yeah, it is, man.
Real talk.
And right now, it's doing some numbers too. Yeah. So
let them know where they can get the album and stream it at.
You can get it all over the place, pretty much. If you just type in Young Knowledge 504 Toxic, you'll be able to get that one. You know what I'm saying? And that's on iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, the
whole nizzy.
Yeah, it's on. You can really go with that new shit they doing now with the little 1 minute clip video TikTok. Yeah, it's on TikTok Music and everything. You can TikTok that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Heartbreak, I have to tell y'all another time on that one, cause that one ain't dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming real soon. Very, very soon.
Between times, what could it get you to reach you at for the features, inquiries, bookings, all of that? What could it get you at, all of that?
They can either hit up, make sure I get the names right. Heartfelt KKLs, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook. And or they can hit up Dominique Dowling on Facebook. And they can try to reach out to me even if they want to, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram, Young Knowledge 504. And that's about it. You hit them people up, you're gonna be able to get in touch with me at all times.
Young Knowledge, Gumbo fucking TV, man. You know I appreciate you, bro.
No problem, bro. I appreciate you for having me today.
Make sure y'all streaming. Everything out now. Heartbreak on the way.
Yes, sir.
For sure. United Masters, get that shit right.
For real.
Young Knowledge.
Gumbo TV, man.
Appreciate you, big dog.